Alright guys, welcome back to the Combustion Guys YouTube channel, and today we've got some new SuperClean to check out. So first off, thank you so much to SuperClean for letting us try out some of your newer products and for reaching out and giving us some so that we can test it out. All that is like really cool. So let's check out what we got. So obviously we got the SuperClean concentrate in the bottle, SuperClean aerosol, which is really nice. I love using this on the mowers, nice and easy to spray and use. And then SuperClean spray foaming, also nice to be able to use on different projects and specifically on mower cleanup for all the greasing. Then we've got the new stuff, SuperClean all multi-purpose pressure washer concentrate, removes grease, grime, mildew, and dirt. So I'll have to try that out here at some point. And then we've got a whole box of newer stuff to test out. So let's see. First, we got some nice paperwork, which we'll go over here in a minute. But SuperClean, where they're available at. Let's see what we got. We've got SuperClean all-wheel cleaner. Super nice to be able to use that. Also does brake dust, foams away grime. Yeah, nice. 32 ounce. Like that. Then we've got the foaming grill cleaner. 4th of July coming up. Got some grilling we need to do. That'll be good. And we also got some original SuperClean concentrate. Super nice. And we also got SuperClean, some more aerosol for us to be able to use. So that is cool. I like that a lot. Put that back there. And we even got ourselves a sticker. Love stickers. Alright, so taking a look at the current retailers where you can find SuperClean. You can find them at Ace, Advance, AutoZone, Napa, Walmart, Do It Best, which I haven't heard of. Whatever that one's pronounced as. O'Reilly, Menards, Blaine's, Rural King, which there is a Rural King somewhere here in Florida. Harbor Freight, Fastenal, which that's kind of cool. And Lowe's, Granger, and of course online retailers, Amazon, Walmart, and Zero, which I hadn't heard about. So that's pretty cool. So there's your different retailers that you can get SuperClean from. We also got their nice expanded lineup here, showing you also got the floor absorbent. That stuff is nice. Don't usually need that a whole lot, but that stuff is really nice if you're doing oil jobs a lot. That is like a really good idea to have, because if you're doing a lot of oil, that is something nice to have on hand. You got the original cleaner, foaming, all-wheel cleaner, aerosol can, floor absorbent. You also got the nice little full strength graph here, so you can see how to use your concentrate depending on what your different application is. So that gives you the 3 parts water, 1 part SuperClean, full strength, 8 parts water, 16 parts. So that gives you all of that info, and so all that's dependent on what you're using it for. So important to keep a track on that, just to make sure that you're not damaging any of the things you're trying to clean with. So that's all good information to be able to have. We got some more SuperClean to be able to test out. I know Todd's excited about having more of the wheel cleaner. He loves using that. And I'm excited to see what we can do with the grill and the pressure washing stuff today, hopefully. So we'll see what we can do. It is almost 4th of July. Happy birthday, America time. And that means grilling. And you know what? The grill is dirty. Look at all this. You got grime, you got grease. Look underneath it. Ooh, look at all of that grease that has built up. And then you got grease all inside of there. Ooh, nasty, right? I'm sure I've actually seen ones that have been quite worse, so like rusty, like flaking, rusting. Very bad. So cleaning your grill, kind of important. Make sure it's nice and clean. Make sure you're not getting any rust build up inside of your grill. Luckily, we've got our friends who sent us some SuperClean grill cleaner. So we're going to see with some rag, with some help, and we're going to see how fast this grease and grime comes off from the inside, outside. And we're going to see and make sure that this grill is nice and cleaned up for 4th of July weekend. Be fun. Now what you always want to remember is you don't want to leave SuperClean on. You want to make sure that you double check the concentrate and everything, just so that you're not going to be eating away at the paint. It is corrosive and it is going to rip off all that grease, so you don't want to just necessarily leave it on there. So make sure you have like a wet rag or maybe something to rinse off once you're done. But this stuff will clean really good. Also, you can remember that SuperClean is also biodegradable. That means it's going to go down and it's not going to go into the ground and stay there forever, which is really nice. We got some SuperClean, no water, and we're just going to rinse this off here. And look at that, already starting to power through that grease and grime. Now, another thing you could do is you could go straight to just the rag and use that right on there. And then get that nice and cleaned up here. Eat away at that grease. And look at that. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. Get a little more cleaning down here. And look at that. That looks pretty shiny. Dry it off a little bit. Compared to the rest of it, look at all the grease and grime build up here. Nice how smooth and shiny that is. So come through. Use a wet rag. Rinse that off. Get some of that extra super clean off. Dry this off again. And it doesn't look too bad, honestly. Look at how nice and shiny that is. That shined up real good. Got a few specks in the paint and stuff that have been there for a while, but you can see how nice and shiny and smooth it is. Like, very smooth. I like that.
Don't forget, everybody, to check out the Combustion Guys Garage. You can check out all of our cool merch. It's awesome. And if you haven't heard about it yet, now you will. Check out the Combustion Guys Garage June 30th through July 6th for the 1776 sale. Celebrate the birthday of America with merchandise slashed down to just $17 and 76 cents. Shop shirts, hoodies, hats and caps, bags and backpacks, and mugs and drinkware. Get 10% off if you order 3 items or more, only at the Combustion Guys Garage. So what are you waiting for? If it's June 30th or July 6th, you only have a little bit of time left for the 1776 sale to celebrate America. Check out the Combustion Guys Garage.
Now take a look at this, guys. So obviously nice and shiny. Now there's just some surface areas, and that's because this thing gets stored outside. So honestly, that's not going to come off because it's just wear and tear surface areas. But look at how nice and smooth the majority of this is. Nice and smooth. Got all that grease and also excess outside grime off. It looks much cleaner. Nice and smooth too. So did a very good job on the outside. Now we've got the inside, and just look at how much grease is cooked on inside. Look at that. That is all grease. So can we remove all of that? Well, we're gonna see how fast the SuperClean gets through it. Let's give it a try. So let's just put some SuperClean on down. Just let that sit in for just a little bit. We got a rag. I'm gonna push you guys just a little further back so I can get my arms in there. But look at all that SuperClean slowly eating back through. We'll send it on back. That run back through. Let's see with a dry rag, no extra moisture, no liquid. Let's just see what this thing does. Instant grease coming off. Oh, wow. That is sweet. Look at that. That's the inside right there. All the grease almost instantaneously came off. Wow. That's just a little bit letting the SuperClean sit in there. That is sweet. So all that grease built up in there coming off very nicely. Once again, obviously, don't let the SuperClean just sit on there. You want to get all this wiped off, and then use like a wet rag to get any excess SuperClean off it, just so it's not eating away at the coating. But still, that's impressive. Alrighty guys, so gotta say, love the grilling cleaner. So you can see this thing just had stuff kicked on since we've had it, and it's gone through multiple grill outs where it's been used without ever being cleaned on the inside. So just the grill cleaner on this, getting this all cleaned up, I mean, look at that. That's at least 2 to 3 layers right in here of grease that's still stuck, so I have to come back and do that. But just with a little extra scrubbing and brushes and stuff, that's how clean it is. So just imagine using the SuperClean gritting after every time you clean it, and keeping those layers from building up. This will keep it nice and clean. That's also a way you can keep an eyeball, see if there's any like rust spots or anything. Be able to keep your grill at peak clean and be able to hopefully get a little more life out of it. Honestly, would probably be my best recommendation. So I like the stuff. It cleaned through this really good. Obviously, just this stuff is multiple layers of grease, so I have to come back and work on that. But as you can see, with little elbow grease, after using it for a very long time, it will cut through this stuff very quickly. But a lot of elbow grease required for this job, just because there's a lot of grease. But I love the SuperClean. Get it in there, let it sit, and then and it is coming out really good. So SuperClean grill cleaner, I like it. Now we can grill for 4th of July. Nice. Alright guys, so long day, but we got all of our SuperClean work that we wanted to get done today. Once again, thank you to these guys so much. They make amazing products, and they are currently working on even more products to hopefully hit stores at some point. Great to know. Great products, biodegradable. I love that fact. The stuff cleans really good. We've been using it for several years now, and even before then we were using a little bit of it here and there. So been using it for a long time. I love how the stuff works. It works great people to work with as well, and would definitely recommend you guys checking that out, either through our Amazon links or through their website as well. You can check them out either way, but great product. Would definitely recommend. And always make sure, because this is a very hot day, and you can see that my Combustion Guys shirt from the Combustion Guys Garage, you can check out the links down below for that too. I am drenched, and that's not from the pressure washing. That is from just being hot. So make sure you guys keep yourselves hydrated whenever you're working outside, especially during the dog days of summer, because whew, it's already hot down here in Florida. So anyways, I got a lot of work done. Very happy with all the products. Got to make sure I get Todd his wheel cleaner so that he can clean his truck wheels, because he loves using that stuff on the wheels, because it is nice just spraying it and seeing the grime just come right off the wheels. That's some good stuff there. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys here next time on the Combustion Guys YouTube channel. Bye bye.